We're going to have the Free Husky squad, the purple team. We're going to have the Oob squad, the orange team. Bans are already in progress. Let's see who we got. This is GX2, your substitute teacher for today. Casting these games, and we're going to have a Char White ban front and center. First ban. Get him out of here. That mon is a menace. He belongs in detention. He doesn't need to be out anywhere else. Same thing with Psyduck. That goofy mon is doing way too much. Needs to tone him down again. My opinion, Psyduck is fundamentally incredible. There is almost nothing you can do to that mon where he will become bad. Same thing with Blastoise. So until then, just ban him. Just get him out of here. Ban them. Company them is going to be Zapdos this time around. Zapdos has been toned down enough to where, like, I believe it doesn't deserve the ban. You could definitely play around it. You can dive it with speedsters. You can outrange it with snipers. You can outfight that thing. But it's cool. Understandable ban. Another understandable ban is going to be Vaporeon and Umbreon. Two mons that get a lot of value no matter where they are, no matter what time of the game it is. Let's see what this first pick is going to be over for the Free Husky squad. Who's it going to be? It's going to be the champion. It's going to be Ma Champion. Holding it down for the Free Husky purple team. How will the Oob squad rebuttal? They're going to rebuttal with Surfetch'd and Mimikyu. Two powerful all-arounders. Two powerful brawlers. Another bonus thing that Mimikyu has, it has the bound property with its ult. That means barring anything that is intangible or invincible, it will grab you and it will stop whatever you're doing. Accompanying the Machamp over on purple team is going to be Mew and Mamoswine, two wonderful lane partners. They got bulk, they got secure, they got it all. But the Oob squad, they got the dynamic duo themselves. They got Latios and Latios. The Eon Warriors. Holding it down for Hoenn region. Mr. Latino and Latina. Latino is the blue one, Latina is the red one, if you're wondering. Last two picks going down to purple team, going down to Free Husky, is going to be Zoroark and the Comfey. Speedster and Comfey. That is a deadly combination. Oob squad's gonna have to be very careful. But we got a Slowbro here. We got Throob herself going down on the Slowbro. Another mon with the bound property. That Slow Beam. That Zoroark is gonna have to be careful. That Zoroark is the main target in my mind. You playing a little bit too much. Here's this Slow Beam. Take this. Holding it down, we got final preparations almost done, 15 seconds left. Everyone's builds is all set. The Comfey's got the experience share, mod as well. Vanguard Bell on the Slowbro. We pray for no crashes. If your game crashes, I'm going to assume you're on a Switch 1 or a Nokia. They're both effectively the same thing. That is known as inferior hardware. We will point and laugh at you. Don't get caught slipping. All right, looks like everything is loading in order. No one has complained to me yet about any crashes, so that is good news. I believe we are ready to start here. Let's get it on. Ready? Go! Over at the bottom lane, we're going to have Mamoswine and Mew. That is going to be a tough lane to beat. They got a lot of secures on their side. Following that in the center, we're going to have Zoroark. And up at the top, we're going to have Comfey and Machop. Comfey's going to scuttle for little invades here. Top lane's going to be going off against Latios and Surfetch'd. Working his way. Down over at the jungle, we're going to have Mimikyu. And at the bottom, we're going to have Latios and Slowbro. And it's going to be tough dealing with that Mew. Very tough. That E-Ball is massive damage, especially when backed by that light screen. Well, we're not going to talk about that water gun. That is a major whiff. That's what we call a stick drift or a snapback, actually. Zoroark is here and is going to get another KO on Slowbro. Latios is in danger. He has no stacks. He has no business being there. Mimikyu here coming down, trying to stop the bleeding here, has run into the enemy jungler. 850 is about to approach. It's going to be a 3-on-3 on bottom. It has begun. I want to say, oh yeah, looking at the 14 points, I want to say that Squad got the best of that scuffle, but we're going to need Slowpoke to become a Slowbro very soon. Over at the center, we're going to have Zoroark ripping away at the Zapdos for free before it goes away for Regidrago. He's going to rotate towards the top. He sees a hungry customer in this Sirfetch'd. Sirfetch'd has nowhere to go with that Leaf Blade, and down goes Sirfetch'd, and now we got him a choke. That means it's time for submission, which means it's time for Suplex City. 10 seconds till Regidrago. That means it's time for jungle inspection. Zoroark is coming on in, taking his jungle, taking what's his. Ice Fang on the Sirfetch'd is gonna go down here. Play rough on the Mamoswine. Zoroark can actually fight all these mons. Down goes Latias. Slurpo's trying to get out of there. He's trying to slack off using eject, but that's just bad news for Slowbro. He goes down. Regidrago here is available. It's gonna be ripped to bits. Slashing away. Whoa, Sirfetch'd is here. That complicates things. Who's gonna get it? It's gotta be Latias. But at what cost? At what cost? Uh-oh. Mimikyu is here, getting a nice play off. There's a Shadow Sneak. There's a full heal. It was used preemptively, used it too early. Down goes Zoroark. Time for retribution. Comfy already knows the dealio. Just there to surrender. All right. We got the Mimikyu stopping the bleeding here, restoring order for his team. It's time for 60 whole points. Down for the orange team, down for the Squad. Zoroark is back and he's pissed. Taking it out on Sirfetch'd. That's one man down. We got the Lottie twins. They have their main Eon move. We got Draco Meteor. We got Dragon Pulse on Latias. Time to get some stacks. We have a Machamp at 630. Oh no, someone's gonna get it. Machamp, pull the trigger. Don't hold back. Pull it. Not on that. Please don't. Not worth it. Zoroark. Oh, that's food for Zoroark, but down it goes. Mimikyu's all over that. Hey, man, if there's ever a chance, you whip, son. Uh-oh. Free eats for Mimikyu. Down goes that tier 1 pad. There's the Shadow Sneak. And the Play Rough. Excellent stuff to Mimikyu. Back towards the bottom, we're gonna have a defender on defender balance. This Mammo's gonna reach its level 9, and that defender over there, Slowbro's level 7. That is a mismatch. That's an Earthquake. That is an Iceman combination. Didn't quite get the pickup. They're gonna have to back up. There's a Solar Beam from Mew. Shadow Sneak to preserve its life with iframes. There is a Mamoswine ulting in. There's another Ice Wing combination. KO on Slowbro. Rest of Uskopi's here at the bottom. Machamp's getting some much needed stacks at the top. 35 points going down there. Mamoswine looking to Earthquake and Ice Fang somebody. It's got to find a good target. With Shadow Sneak, but there is the Play Rough. But there is the ult. Taking out that Zoroark. He is the main target as we've discussed. Mew's going in, getting ready for the secure. It's now or never with this Solar Beam. Well, no, it's not now, so it won't be never. Latias with the secure. Time for the Usko to go in. There's the Machamp ult. Oorah! Back off my plat. Hey, where do you think you're going? And Regidrago doesn't walk in. Yep. Down goes Latios. Latios still under 50, actually under 25 stacks, I believe. Needs more stacks. Latios is a late scaler. We're gonna need more productivity from you, mate. This Mimikyu's playing out of its mind. It's gonna need some help. That's a 40. That's a 27. If that farm would let it score. Well, Mimikyu's gonna go in and do some stuff over here. Time to do math here, folks. There it is. There it goes to tier 1. Score is 186 to 195. It is a very competitive set score-wise right now. There is the player of Shadow Sneak combination, and down goes Zoroark once again. What, you thought you could play here for free? Are you surprised? Towards the center, we're gonna have the Leaf Blading Surfetch getting some much needed farm here, siphoning experience away from the free Husky Team Purple Team. An objective is available over at the top side. It's gonna be a Registeel. Who's gonna play for it? I see 3 meteors. That tells me that Latios has at least 25 Eon stacks. Every 25 is going to be an additional meteor. And it's going to be secure towards the bottom over here. We're going to have Zoroark going all-star mode. There is another Ice Fang. No combination here. Zoroark is off to better things. Off to siphon away some experience from the Mimikyu. And it misses it to a basic from Slowbro. Well, time to leave. Whoa, wait, we're not done yet. I ain't finished with y'all. That's a KO on Latios. Excuse me. But there's gonna be a KO on Mimikyu. Nope. Sorry, KO on Zoroark and Comfy. Good stuff to Oob Squad. Mew getting some much needed experience. It has reached level 12. It has all of its moves upgraded. We're about to reach the 2-minute mark. It's going to be a massive ground-on fight. Teams already getting some positioning here. Both teams in their respective chokes. But Champ checking out their L Bush. Mimikyu's on their respective L Bush. Everyone's in a neutral position. The score is tight. 224 to 195. It is ground-on time. Time for some vision. Time to go in. They're going to have to be very careful. There's a Mimikyu in play. Shadow Sneak is a hell of a thing. Shadow Snuck. Oh no, there's the ult. Down goes Zoroark and he's first. Mamoswine ult to stop the bleeding. Machamp will double KO on the Lottie Twins. Slow beam on the Mamoswine. Not really needed there. Down goes Surfetch, triple KO for the champion. Mew is low, Mew's gonna have to bail. You should not have stayed for the Electro Ball, mate. But don't worry, there's a cleanup from the Mimikyu. Things have stabilized. The Oob Squad is behind. They're gonna have to make a play here on this objective. Zoroark baiting an attack on Groudon and doesn't have a choice but to wait. Zoroark still has its ult, but so do the Lottie Twins, and I think they know who their target is. There it is! Oh, it got, the target's been lost. They're gonna have to wait to try again. Who's gonna get this secure? It's gonna be Zoroark. Lottie Twins double ulting, but they chose 2 different targets and they're gonna go down to Mew. Ow. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for game 1. Remember, this is the best of 3. So, purple team's on match point. Final score here is 424 to 195. Let's check out this stat screen. Oh boy. All right, Mamoswine is the MVP. Score is 114. 114 points scored, 2 KOs and 11 assists, 84 overall rating. Good stuff to the Earthquake Ice Wing Mamoswine. He worked really well with his jungler, the Zoroark, picking up a lot of KOs and damage. Zoroark with 82k damage dealt, 82,000 damage dealt. Only outdone by the Mimikyu. Good stuff to him. Getting a lot of picks on a Zoroark. He locked them out correctly, but they just couldn't get the secure there. Tough break. Let's move on to the next game. Remember, purple team is on match point. All right. Well, teams are ready. Let's just get it started here. Sorry about the random ads peeing in the middle of sets. I'm still trying to figure that part out correctly. Bear with me. Now, I will say for the Laddie twins, they are good picks, but they need to really hone in on getting those stacks as soon as possible. A good way to measure if they're getting their stacks in on time is when it's a 2-minute mark. If they don't have at least 100 stacks, they are behind. And it's a good way to measure it. This is mostly for Latios. Latios will just get its stacks in naturally. It's there more for healing, so it can keep sustaining the fight. Latios needs at least 100 stacks before that Groudon, Rayquaza, or Kyogre fight. He just needs to have it. Back to these bans here. Same thing as normal, except we're going to have a target ban in Snorlax. You don't see that every day. What are they trying to prevent? Interesting choice. We're going to start off once again with Machamp. This will be followed by... I doubt it is a Venusaur. Looks like they were target banning Thube herself. She's going to stick with Slowbro, it seems. And they're going to have Mimikyu once again. Something does look weird. I see Venusaur on the screen already on Orange Team when... Okay, there we go. That was a bit, I guess, a bit of a visual bug for the game. Same team so far, both sides. Umbreon Mew on the left. Slowbro, Mimikyu on the right. But this time around, we're going to have Hoopa and a Venusaur. These are some new picks. Let's see who Purple finalizes on. We're going to have a support of some kind from BTP. And we're going to have a Speedster from Accelerate. Now, it looks like it's going to be a Sableye and it's going to be a Dodrio. Those two are a wonderful pairing. Sableye provides vision for the entire team, and everyone can capitalize it, especially the Dodrio. Last pick is going to go to Kazuki in the Meowth. I do recommend that Meowth runs a full heal set this time around. He doesn't want to get his advances stuffed by the Sableye. That would be very unfortunate. 20 seconds left for the final preparation phase. Moving into this game number 2. Purple team is on match point. Game's about to start. We're loading up, and we pray for no crashes. All right, let's get started. Let's get dangerous. Over at the bottom side, we're gonna have Mew and Umbreon. Dodrio will be the jungler this time around. Over at the top, we're gonna have Machop once again with a Sableye, looking for an invade over here. Crossing paths with the Meowth, running top lane. Mimikyu is gonna be the jungler. Down at the bottom, we're gonna have Venusaur and Slowbro. They're gonna be hard pressed to out-secure this Mew. They're gonna have to really pressure it. Back over here, Sableye being a general menace. Who's gonna get this orange buff? It is going to be Mimikyu. Sableye doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Dodrio is out and about at center. He knows that Mimikyu is very preoccupied. Dodrio's actually coming to help. This is worst case scenario for... Oh, Maul goes down! And now the help comes? Oh no, it's too late for that one. It's time for some bees here. This is a foul play Umbreon. Down goes Venusaur. Slowbro is gonna have to back up here. He got the secure on farm. He's reached level 4. Help has arrived. We have Hoopa. We have Mimikyu back down at the bottom. It's time for some retribution. Down goes... Ooh, Sableye. Umbreon's next on the chopping block. Got away with that one. That is an excellent 5th turn usage. All right. Well, Sableye's, major damage here. Couldn't get a Soul Beam on the right target. Wasn't quite in range. Ivysaur missed the bus with the Hoopa Hyperspace Hole. Gotta go down. A major fight's been happening here at the bottom and it hasn't ended yet. Dodrio takes out the Hoopa in the back. Dodrio's gonna be able to back up here. Yep, down goes Slowbro. This team is fast as loose and on its feet. Raging Drago's been here for a while, but no one's quite started him yet except for this Dodrio ripping away at this objective. Towards the bottom, we're gonna have foul play Umbreon doing what it can. Oh, we're gonna have Slowbro with the secure on Raging Drago. Good stuff here. Funnily enough, oh, we got a level 9 Dodrio over at the top. Big Electro Ball couldn't quite get a KO. Back at the top, Dodrio's gonna be fighting against Mimikyu to no avail. Mimikyu was almost level 9. It got the Shadow Sneak in. Sableye uses move too early. There's a Shadow Sneak denying Machoke some farm. Gonna have to back up, gonna get this 40 bomb. No, he won't. A whiff submission and an ult on the Machoke here. Trying to get it to back off. It will. 40 points go in. All right, in the lead right now is Purple Team with 126 to 81. Dodrio is back in effect. Now that ult doesn't work for Sableye. If the opponent Sableye is hitting, has his back's turned, it won't be sent home. That ult won't be as effective. All right. We're gonna have a KO on up. That's a Machamp. Down goes Meowth. Yep, down goes Mimikyu. We're getting some KOs here. Sableye's gonna have to back out. It's about to get found out pretty soon. We're gonna have a Venusaur doing some guesstimating. Only one pad has been broken thus far. The score is 157 to 165. Oob Squad is in the lead. They're gonna start ripping this Regirock for the defense and special defense bonus. Dodrio is here, getting ready for Sakura. Hoop was calling in some allies. Yep, Oob Squad's gonna fight for this top lane. Dodrio's gotta bail. The push continues. They got the number advantage here, but it's time to send people home if they want it. They got a Meowth here, taking out the Mew all by its lonesome. Uh-oh, Meowth's in danger. Gonna get KO'd here. Meowth's Karada Shout is taking between targets. There is a slow beam on Dodrio, and there's a solar beam. A beam for a beam. All right, that's a Machamp ult on the Mimikyu. Down it goes. Solar beam here. All right. Dodrio ulting in, looking for that Venusaur. He's gonna get the KO on that. Mew's getting a secure ready with an ult. Doesn't quite get it, getting KO'd by Meowth, and Meowth secures it. And getting the pickup on Dodrio. Nice KOs. Meowth's getting some good levels here. He's on his way to 13. And it's about 310. Tube has vision at the front. Trying to get the 9 points in, trying to get the ult charge. It's all alone out there. Won't be, wait, no. Yep, you can't get that. You're gonna have to back up. Oh, wait, he got it. Got the ult charge. If you want the ult charge right now, you just get KO'd or walk away. Well, it is pulling a lot of aggro and it's really distracting purple team a lot. Rotating back towards the Mimikyu here. Mimikyu, I got a customer here for you. This Umbreon can't take a hit. Yep, there it is. Down goes Umbreon. Next is Mew. Yep, there it goes. Player up secure. Back at the top here, we're gonna get a, well, we almost got a nasty 50 cap on the tier 2. There's the hyperspace hole. Meowth is out of there. 10 seconds left to round on fight. Teams are in position. The score is 340 to 191. It is purple team's favor. Who's gonna make a play here? Sableye extending that lead. Extending that lead very much. There is a big solar beam, but not much damage on the Machamp. Sorry, that's a Mew solar beam. My apologies. That wouldn't do any damage. Down goes Sableye. That's a big pick right there. Umbreon's all by itself. Does Oob Squad just start ripping this? Oh, there's another solar beam and another solar beam after that. Meowth is in danger. I would take... Oh, Meowth wants blood here. I'd ult that thing. Oh, Mew has ulted. Oh, Machamp is ulted. Now there's a slow beam. That's a little too late there. Big Surfing. Oh, wait. All right, some people could go back from the hyperspace hole. Hey, it's now or never to rip, guys. You don't have much of a choice. You are behind. This is set point for purple team. The rip has begun. Hoopa now ulting in. All hands on deck. Get that Venusaur over here. Get that secure ready. There goes the ult, and the secure goes to Oob Squad. Going to Meowth. They got a lot of scores, so they got a lot of work to do. Sableye keeps extending that lead, and Machop can only stop about one person. That's 100 points, but they're going to need several more. That's another 80. That's another 100. That's good. They're going to need about one more big score here. Uh-oh. Setting. Oh, they send the Venusaur home. Maul's left all alone here. Oh, no. You have to get the score in somehow, but your team won't come in time. You don't have a choice. You just have to go for it. Uh-oh. Oh, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. That 38's not enough. $538 to $509. They were just short. Purple team was just holding that lead in for a very long time. That extra back cap that Sableye did actually mattered when they lost the ground on. And actually they actually came in clutch. Checking out the battle report. Your champions for this set is Free Husky, purple team. 180 points scored, 8 KOs, 3 assists. Dodrio is your MVP with an MVP rating of 84. Just behind that is the Sableye, putting in a lot of good work and a lot of good vision. Scored the most points in 244. Checking out this battle data here. Yeah, these numbers are about what I expect. Mew getting 60k damage, the most for the team. I would like to point out some good stats here over on the Oob squad. We're going to have Kazuki and we're going to have Maul at 11 and 10 KOs respectively. They got the KOs, but they just couldn't get all those scores in. They were just a little too far behind. They couldn't make up for it. Good stuff here for purple team. We're going to take another short break and get these next rounds set up for you on Underdunk 77